Hey, sweetie, how are you today?
Oh, hey babe. I'm good. Busy though. It's like everyone wants to get their hair done today. We are fully booked. I hardly have a moment to spare.
Well, it's almost Christmas. Everyone wants their best hair for the holidays, but at least you have people in the salon. It would be worse if the place was empty, wouldn't it?
Oh, definitely. I mean, I'd rather be busy working than be bored all day with nothing to do. I just wish that I could have 5 minutes for a cup of coffee. LOL.
Well, don't you worry. I'll make sure that there's a nice hot pizza with extra pepperoni waiting for you along with a large glass of rum and coke. I'll also run a nice bath for you, complete with bath salts and a bath bomb from Lush. Anything else that you like or anything that I've forgotten?
Oh no, that all sounds perfect. God, I could just marry you.
Oh, well, why don't you?
Why don't I what?
Marry me, I mean.
Oh, are you proposing to me right now?
I guess I am. I didn't mean to do it like this. I'm sorry, but I just. I've been thinking of asking you for a while now, but I didn't know you felt the same way, but I just thought with what you said just now that I would take a chance. And now I'm rambling. Sorry, I'm just feeling kind of nervous about what you might say.
Well, I'm not sure what to say, really. I never expected to be proposed to over a text. It's not exactly a fairy tale story that every girl dreams of. I was kind of hoping that I would be able to tell all of my friends and family how you romantically set up a surprise in the local park or something. Lots of candles, fairy lights, a romantic meal. You then get down on one knee and pop the question. I had it all planned out, and instead I just got a lackluster proposal over the phone.
Well, like I said, I didn't mean to propose to you like this, it just kind of slipped out. You were talking about marrying me and stuff like that, and I just didn't want to miss the moment. So, what do you say? Would you like to marry me? I can set up a proper proposal, exactly how you described that you like it. I don't know, I thought it would be nice to know for sure if you would accept or not.
Well, how much do you earn yearly?
What?
How much money do you make in a year? What is your annual income?
Why is that important?
Because it is to me. Why aren't you answering the question?
Okay, I earn roughly $40,000 a year before taxes. I know it's not exactly a massive amount of money, but it'll definitely increase as the years go by. I'm working really hard at the minute, and I know that it's going to pay off soon. I just have to keep trying as hard as I can to make sure that I get to where I want to be. But if we're together, we can work on building the life that we want to have for the two of us. We can be strong together and really make a good life with one another. I love you and I want to be with you.
Hang on, you only make 40,000 a year?
Yeah? Is that a problem?
What do you mean is it a problem? Of course it's a problem.
What? How come?
How do you expect me to live a life of luxury on such a small amount of money? There's no way that I can live off of 40,000 a year. That's a pathetic amount of money for a man to earn.
Where on earth is this all coming from? You've never acted like this before. Why is money suddenly so important to you? You've never been so bothered before, and now suddenly you're all, that's not enough money to live off of? Why?
Because you asked me to marry you.
Huh? You're not making any sense.
If I'm going to marry you, then I'm thinking of settling down. If I'm going to settle down, then I need to be with someone who can earn enough money to support me so that I don't have to work. I don't want to work if I'm going to be a wife. I'd rather stay at home and just relax. I mean, honestly, as the man, it's your job to provide for the woman and make sure that she doesn't have to work if she doesn't want to. How are you going to do that on 40,000?
Well, I mean, I don't think that we would be able to survive off of just my wage alone for the beginning of our relationship. You'd have to keep working at the hair salon for a while just so that we could afford to pay the rent and bills and stuff like that, but I'm sure after a while, when I'm earning a bit more money, we could see if you could leave your job, if you wanted to. We just wouldn't want to put unnecessary stress on ourselves to begin with, as we'd have a lot of things to sort out financially, I think.
Well then, no way. I'm not willing to do that. Do you know how much my brother makes a year?
Alex?
Yeah, he earns over 100,000 a year from his YouTube channel. I'm not going to marry someone who doesn't earn more than my brother.
But all he does is comment on other people's videos. He doesn't even make original content himself, I swear. Half the time he steals other people's videos and just claims them as his own.
It doesn't really matter how he makes his money. Only the fact that he makes more than you. I mean, honestly, how can you be happy with such a little amount of money? How do you even live? Also, you expect me to move in with you? And give up my own amazing apartment for yours or something? No way is that happening. I am not giving up a penthouse level apartment for a dingy little rat hole. If you want to live with me, then it will have to be at my place.
Your place costs thousands a month. There's no way I could afford to stay at a place like that on a monthly basis. Not without you working as well, at least. How do you even afford to live somewhere like that when you work at a hair salon anyway?
My brother helps me, obviously. He pays for my rent and bills. Our deal is that he will do that for me until I marry, and then my husband will take over for him. So if you want to marry me, you need to be able to afford to take over all of those costs. Well, then you can't afford me.
Since when was all this discussed? You never told me about any of these deals or anything like it before.
Yeah, well, it didn't concern you until now. But it doesn't matter now. I don't think we're compatible anymore, so I'm going to go and find someone who can actually afford to keep me.
Hang on, you can't just throw away all the time we spent together just like that. Our entire relationship has to mean something to you.
Well, it was fun, I'll give you that. But you're just not husband material, you know? Anyway, I've got to go now. See you later, or not, whatever.
Hetty. Yo, dude, I heard that you proposed to Hetty. Oh my god, that's hilarious. Alex? Yeah, man, I can't believe that you actually tried to propose to Hetty. Especially with that meager amount of money that you actually earn. Did you actually think that you had a chance with her? I've been dating your sister for the last year or so. Yeah, I did think that perhaps she would want to maybe take things to the next level with me. That she hadn't been wasting my time for the last year. Or that she was laughing at me behind my back, saying that I was poor or whatever. Can you blame her? It's hilarious that you think that she would stay with you when she learned that. I mean, dude, I earn $100,000 a year. I've been paying for pretty much everything for my little sister, so she's gotten used to the finer things in life. She's not gonna settle for anything less, no matter who it is. But you know that I love her and that I'll treat her right. I'm a good person who can provide for your sister if I was just given the chance. Like I told her, I might not be able to pay for everything straight away, and she might need to help out by paying for things, but it would be worth it. We'd be together and we'd be happy. Isn't that what everyone is after in life anyway? Money isn't everything. That's something that a poor person would say. Look, Joe, face it, you're just not the right match for Hetty. She needs to be with someone who will give her what she wants out of life, not a poor loser who probably can't even afford to buy himself anything worthwhile. I mean, have you seen my watch? It costs more than you make in an entire year. And that's not even one of the more expensive ones that I own. It's kind of sad that you can't see just how much of a loser you actually are. You know what? I've had enough of both you and your sister. You think you're so great simply because you have a YouTube channel? Well, it's not a very good channel, and before long, you'll get what's coming to you. I'm not the only one who's noticed that you simply steal other people's videos and try to pass them off as your own. What? No, I don't. Yes, you clearly do. And it'll definitely catch up to you before you know it. Whatever, dude. You can just keep being jealous and salty, and I'll just keep on being awesome with my sister. Whatever.
So, have you had a good think about what you're going to do? I mean, you really only have one option if you want to keep me, so you better start thinking of ways to earn more money.
Okay, since when did I ever say that I was gonna stay with you, or that I was gonna get a new job?
Since you earn less than my brother? Ugh, forget it. I'm blocking you now. Goodbye.
Goodbye, and take care.
Huh? What do you mean goodbye and take care? Aren't you going to fight for me?
Nope.
But don't you love me? I mean, we were in a relationship for a year. Try and show some fight for me. Honestly, are you seriously just going to walk away from me?
Yes, actually, I am. I'm sick and tired of you and your brother trying to put me down and make me feel bad when all I did was love you and ask if you wanted to spend the rest of your life with me. A simple no would have done. If you didn't want to marry me, you didn't have to go around trying to bully me simply because I don't earn as much as you'd like me to at the moment. So if that's how you want to act, then fine. I don't want to be with someone who's so vapid and self-centered that all she cares about is money and who can pay for her entire life for her. You seriously need to grow up.
You're the one who needs to grow up and get a proper job, not some rubbish that hardly pays anything. No one will want to marry you whilst you're still working a low-wage job like that.
Whatever, I'm going now. Have a nice life.
I will, especially now that you're not in it, dragging me down. My life will be perfect.
Great, well, you can just get on with it then and leave me alone.
Fine. I don't want to talk to a loser anyway. Hey Joe, how are you?
Eddie, what are you doing messaging me?
Oh, I just thought that I would see how you were doing, you know? It's been a few months, and I was wondering what you had been doing. I mean, I heard that your company is doing really well, and that you yourself have made quite a bit of headway in the company too.
Yeah, I've actually been promoted to head technician at the minute, and the bosses often ask for my insight as they said that I'm one of the only people who actually knows what they're doing in the company. I think they might even be trying to mold me into a position where I can become one of the company's leading bosses. It's definitely a very exciting prospect.
You must be earning quite a bit of money now then, right?
I'm earning a decent amount.
Great. Well then, we can finally get married.
Huh?
Yeah, you're earning enough now to give me the life that I deserve, so I'm happy to get married to you now.
No way!
What?
I've seen what your true colors are, and I think it's safe to say that I've dodged a bullet with you. I couldn't think of a worse person to be married to.
That's not fair though. I'm broke at the minute, so I need you to marry me so that I can continue living in at least a semblance of comfort.
You're broke?
Yes.
What happened?
Well, Alex was working away like usual. And then he suddenly got this notification saying that he was being sued for copyright by multiple people. He also had all of his videos taken down off of YouTube as they said that they violated its copyright laws. So now we've got no income and we've got to pay the people suing us.
Well, I did say that it would come back to haunt you. You and your brother are getting what you deserve for stealing all those other people's videos for yourselves.
But
Nope, I'm not gonna listen to you anymore. I am free from you, and I'm gonna live my life how I want to live it. I just hope that you and your brother learn a lesson from what has happened to your channel. You need to work hard and create your own content and not steal others. That's the only way you'll be able to do anything in life.
no, it's not. I just need to...
You need to stop trying to take credit for other people's work. Anyway, it's not my problem anymore. If you want to steal, then you'll just get found out anyway and report it to the correct authorities. I'm gonna go and enjoy my life now that I'm not being judged constantly by you. See ya.
Wait.
Eddie and Alex were taken to court, and after losing their case on copyright, they were ordered to pay the original content creators a few $100,000 each. This totally bankrupted them, and they were left with nothing. They were both forced to get jobs as manual workers, as they were banned from YouTube for violating the copyright. Hopefully, they learn a valuable lesson from this about not stealing from other people. They hopefully also learned a lesson that money isn't everything. As for me, I continue doing really well in my company and have been promoted several times. I'm earning a good wage and I'm enjoying the work that I do. My life is actually going really great, and although things didn't end the best with Hetty, I have hope that I'll be able to find a woman who loves me for me and not how much money I earn. Until then, I'll continue to enjoy single life.
OMG, Casey, guess what just happened to me? You'll never believe it.
What? You've just discovered the joys of moisturizer? Because I really hope that's why you're so excited. Your skin could really do with it.
What? No. Darren's just proposed to me. Isn't that great?
You're engaged?
Yeah, I'm so happy right now. I literally can't stop smiling.
Uh-huh. That's great.
Geez, I thought you'd be a little bit more excited for me. I mean, it's not every day that your little sister gets engaged, you know?
Yeah, well, to be honest, I'm kind of annoyed.
Huh? Annoyed? Why?
Well, let's face it, I'm so much prettier and smarter and generally just better than you. So how come you're the one who's getting engaged and I'm still single?
Well, maybe it has something to do with that terrible attitude of yours. I don't think any man wants to be with someone who's so big-headed and enjoys putting other people down to try and make themselves feel better. I mean, I've literally just told you that I'm going to be getting married and all you can think about is yourself. It's so selfish of you. I thought that you'd be happy for me. Instead, it almost seems like you'd rather I'd not be engaged at all.
Well, to be honest, yeah, I'd rather you weren't engaged. As the little sister, you really should have waited until I was married before you did anything. I mean, it's only polite to do so. It's almost like you're trying to rub it in my face that you're getting married before me. As the more successful and older sister, you really should have talked to me first, before anything happened. I'm kind of hurt that you didn't.
Are you serious? You seriously think that I should have asked your permission to get engaged, just so that you wouldn't feel bad? That is so self-centered of you.
Well, why else would you tell me that you're engaged?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe because I wanted to share one of the biggest days in my life with my sister? You know, I don't even know why I bother. You couldn't even be bothered to meet my partner. You still don't know what he looks like. Honestly, I thought that this might make you open your eyes and decide to be a nice big sister for a change. To actually support me in something that is incredibly important to me. Guess I was wrong about that.
Well, excuse me for not being ecstatic that my little sister is getting married before me. And no, I haven't been bothered to get to know your partner because I really couldn't care less what he was like. I bet he's just some mediocre, ugly loser who works a dead-end office job and earns like $15,000 a year. Why would I want to associate myself with someone so low-class like that? I'm a doctor, Lucy. I have standards. Something you apparently don't have. I mean, what kind of name is Darren anyway?
You know what? Whatever. Forget I even said anything. In fact, forget that I'm even getting married because you're definitely not invited to the wedding.
What?
If you're too good to even meet my fiancé and get to know him, why should I invite you to a wedding that, in your words, is just going to be filled with low-class people anyway?
Fine then. You're doing me a favor by not making me be there. I won't have to be bored all night long with a bunch of idiots hitting on me.
As if they'd hit on you.
Besides, I bet you're just scared that I'll show you up on your wedding day. That I'm going to look so much better than you that everybody's eyes will be on me and not you. Hey, you're probably scared that even your fiancé will want to be with me as soon as he sees me, and that he'd ditch you in a heartbeat for me. Maybe I should come, just to see that happen. It would be hilarious.
He would never do that. He loves me. Besides, you might look pretty, but as soon as you opened your mouth, he'd see just how ugly you actually are, and he'd run a mile in the opposite direction just to get away from you.
Ugh, well, you're stupid.
Great comeback.
Shut up! I'm done talking to you. I hope your wedding is awful and that everything bad that can happen does.
Thanks, Casey. And I hope that I never have to see your face again, because you're definitely not my sister with how horrible you've acted basically my entire life. I don't need someone as vile as you in my life.
Well, I don't need some needy, bratty little sister who's always hogging everyone's attention in my life.
Hogging everyone's attention? Seriously? That's you.
Whatever. Leave me alone.
Gladly. Lucy, how dare you? Mom? How could you do that to your sister? How could you be so horrible and thoughtless? What are you on about? You're getting married! How dare you? You're not seriously angry that I'm getting married, are you? You're my mom. I thought you'd be happy for me. Well, you thought wrong. What you're doing is so incredibly horrible to your sister. I demand you call the wedding off immediately. You need to wait until Casey is married first. Only then can you even think about it yourself. You're the younger sister, so you need to do as me and your big sister say. No, I'm not going to call off my wedding simply because you and Casey are acting insane. I don't have to listen to either of you, and I certainly don't have to wait to get married until Casey has. What I do with my life is entirely up to me. Why, you ungrateful little girl. Look, your sister has you beat in every aspect. However, If you get married before her, then all you're doing is making her look bad. Like she can't get a husband. I don't want that happening. Understood? The only reason why she hasn't got a husband yet is because she's been focusing on her career as a doctor. It's incredibly difficult work, and she's needed to give all of her attention to it. She shouldn't be punished for doing that. After all, what have you done with your life, huh? You're nothing but a failed painter with nothing to show for it. So just accept that you're nothing compared to her. Call off the wedding and let your sister do what she needs to, okay? Maybe you could even introduce your fiancé to Casey. I'm sure they hit it off. I mean, she has the looks and the brains for it. Surely he wouldn't be able to resist her charms.
No, that's not happening. And unless you have something nice to say to me, don't bother talking to me again. God, I can't believe it's taken me this long to see just how toxic you both are. I mean, I always knew that you preferred Casey over me, but to this extent? It's ridiculous. I'll tell you what I told Casey. Don't bother coming to my wedding because you're not invited. I'm just thankful that my mother-in-law is so much nicer than you.
Well, she must be an idiot then not to see just how pathetic you are. I don't even want to come to your wedding if it's full of morons who actually like you.
Nice, Mom. Real nice. I'm done with both you and Casey. Have a nice life, because I definitely won't be keeping in touch.
Likewise.
Hey Mom, can you actually believe that Lucy seriously hasn't invited us to her wedding?
I know, right? I mean, how ungrateful can you get? I brought her into this world.
I haven't even met her fiancé.
Me neither.
Well, shouldn't we get to have a say about who she's marrying? She is my little sister and your youngest daughter, after all. We should be making sure that whoever she's marrying actually knows what he's getting into, and that I'm still available if he'd rather be with someone much better.
LOL, that's true. Maybe you should make a surprise appearance. Just to make sure that everything goes well, you know? Wouldn't want something bad to happen on her wedding day.
Oh, totally. And if I just so happen to show up in a wedding dress that's much nicer than hers, well, it's just an accident. No one told me that I couldn't wear it.
LOL. Oh, you should totally do that. It would be so hilarious. And if I just accidentally managed to ruin her dress by spilling something on it, well, it's just an accident, isn't it?
Too true. Okay, so it's sorted. We're actually going to do this?
Definitely. It will teach her to try and show you up. I'll have to remember to bring my camera so I can take a photo of her face when she realizes what's happening.
If you do that, then I might just have to have it printed out for myself.
Okay then. I guess I'll see you there.
OMG, Lucy? How could you? Why didn't you tell me who you were marrying? Oh God, I'm so embarrassed. Not to mention that my job is basically over. I can't believe what just happened. Lucy, you need to answer me right now. I need you to set things right for me.
Huh? Casey? Why would I do that? I mean, you literally just showed up at my wedding wearing a wedding dress to try and show me up. Why would I help someone who was actively trying to ruin the most special day of my life?
Because you never told me that you were marrying my boss. If I had known that, I never would have done anything like this.
No. Instead, you just have tried to steal him from me, right?
Honestly, yes, I would have. You don't deserve to be with someone like him. He's cute and incredibly wealthy because his dad owns a series of hospitals, one of which I work at. How on earth did you even meet him? Let alone get him to fall in love with you?
I met him when I injured myself about a year ago. I had to go and get stitches at the hospital, and he was the one who took care of me. We began talking, and after I was discharged, we decided to go on a date. Things just went from there.
Well, why didn't you tell me that was who you were marrying?
I asked if you wanted to meet him. You said that you couldn't be bothered. I figured, why should I continue to tell you anything about my life when you clearly didn't care?
But now I've made a complete fool out of myself by turning up in a wedding dress at my boss's wedding. Everyone's going to think that I'm some stupid idiot. Either that or a really horrible sister.
Well, they wouldn't be wrong on either accounts, would they?
Lucy, this isn't funny. You need to sort this out with them. Tell him that it was just a joke or something. That you dared me to do it.
No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to make excuses and save your backside when you had every intention of ruining my wedding. You've been nothing but horrible to me my entire life, and now it looks like karma's finally got you back.
I could lose my job.
Well, That's your fault, isn't it?
Oh god, the owner of the hospital is calling me. This is bad.
Oh, my new father-in-law? He's a nice man. Fair and doesn't take any rubbish from anyone. Good luck trying to wriggle your way out of this one.
Lucy!
I've got a wedding reception to get to, so I'm going to go. Oh, before I do you reckon Mom would give me the photo she got of your face when you realized what was happening? I bet it's hilarious.
This isn't funny!
Yeah, it kind of is. Anyway, my new husband is calling me, so I'm going to go and enjoy the rest of my day with the man that I love. Have a nice life, Casey, because this is the last time I'm going to talk to you after what you and Mom tried to do today. Goodbye.
No, wait! Lucy! This is your fault, so you need to sort it out. Please!
The rest of my wedding went on without any hiccups. It was one of the best days of my life for many reasons. Not only did I get to marry the man that I love, but my sister and my mom both got what they deserved for all the times they were so vile to me. Casey was fired from her job at the hospital as, unsurprisingly, she should have actually been at work the day that she crashed my wedding. She had lied about being ill to take the day off, something that her boss was definitely not pleased about. As for my mom, she was so humiliated that she couldn't go out without one of her friends commenting on her behavior and what had happened. They all sided with me and told her that what she tried to do was completely disgusting. Casey is currently looking for a new job, but considering that all of the major hospitals in the area belong to my husband's father, it's not going as well as she'd like. As for me, I'm living happily with my new husband, and we're even expecting our first baby. We honestly couldn't be happier.